Hey, travelers! Everyone's talking about Paris, Bali, and Tokyo. But what about the places nobody's talking about? The hidden gems. The underrated countries that surprise you with culture, landscapes, and incredible value. In today's video, we're uncovering 10 underrated countries worth visiting in 2025. These aren't just random spots. They're destinations that are safe, exciting, and full of experiences you'd usually pay triple for elsewhere. So, if you're tired of crowded tourist traps and overpriced hotels, stick around, because by the end of this list, you'll have at least 3 new countries added to your 2025 travel bucket list. Let's dive right in. 1. Slovenia. Europe's fairy tale without the crowds. First up, Slovenia. And honestly, I'm shocked more people aren't talking about this gem. Tucked right between Italy, Austria, and Croatia, Slovenia feels like a fairy tale. Think alpine lakes, medieval castles, charming villages, and even a tiny slice of the Adriatic coast. The star here is Lake Bled. Imagine a turquoise lake with an island in the middle, topped by a church, surrounded by mountains. It looks like something out of a Disney movie. But unlike Switzerland or Austria, visiting here won't drain your bank account. Accommodation? Boutique hotels or lakeside Airbnbs average $60, $90 a night. Food is also surprisingly affordable. A full meal with wine can be under $20. For adventure seekers, Slovenia has incredible hiking in Triglav National Park, caves like Pastina, and even wine regions that rival Italy's. The best part? It still feels authentic and uncrowded. Slovenia is Europe's fairy tale escape. And in 2025, it's still one of the continent's best kept secrets. 2. Colombia, vibrant, affordable, and full of surprises. Next up, let's head to South America. Colombia? Now, I know Colombia used to have a rough reputation, but those days are long gone. In 2025, it's one of the most exciting countries to visit. Picture this. Colorful colonial towns like Cartagena, tropical Caribbean beaches, lush coffee regions, and vibrant cities like that are buzzing with nightlife and innovation. Colombia gives you variety. You could be exploring ancient ruins one day, hiking through jungles to hidden waterfalls the next, and then sipping world-class coffee in a mountaintop cafe. And here's the kicker. It's super budget-friendly. Luxury hotels in Cartagena can be under $100 a night. Street food is just a couple of dollars, and transport between cities is affordable thanks to budget airlines and buses. Safety has improved massively, especially in tourist areas. And travelers who go are blown away by how welcoming locals are. Colombia is no longer just underrated. One of the most rewarding destinations in 2025 if you're looking for energy, beauty, and value. 3. Jordan. Ancient wonders and desert luxury number 3 takes us to the Middle East. Jordan. Most people fly straight to Dubai when they think of this region, but Jordan is where the real magic happens. Let's start with the obvious. Petra. The lost city carved into rose-red cliffs. It's one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and walking through the sick and seeing the treasury appear is an unforgettable travel moment. But Jordan isn't just Petra. You've also got Wadi Rum, where you can stay in luxury desert camps that feel straight out of Star Wars. You've got the Dead Sea, where you can float in salt-rich waters. And you've got Amman, a capital city buzzing with street food, souk, and history. And guess what? It's not nearly as expensive as people think. Desert glamping starts at around $80, $120 a night. Local meals are $5, $10, and even guided tours are affordable compared to other bucket list destinations. Jordan is safe, full of warm hospitality, and gives you that sense of ancient wonder with a touch of modern comfort. If you're looking for an underrated Middle Eastern gem in 2025, Jordan should be high on your list. 4. Georgia. The birthplace of wine and mountain magic. Alright. Number 4 is a country a lot of people confuse with the US state. But, trust me, this Georgia is a whole different world. Nestled between Europe and Asia, Georgia is a place where you get stunning mountains, ancient monasteries, warm hospitality, And oh yay, it's literally the birthplace of wine. Let's talk landscapes. The Caucasus Mountains are jaw-dropping, with villages like Kazbegi offering panoramic views that rival the Alps. The best part. Prices are a fraction of what you'd pay in Switzerland. A boutique mountain lodge with incredible views can cost just $60 a night. Then there's Toboli, the capital. It's a mix of cobblestone streets, colorful balconies, trendy and sulfur bathhouses that go back centuries. Food is also next level. Think Khinkali dumplings, cheesy kokopori bread, and of course, endless Georgian wine. And it's affordable! You can dine like royalty for under $20! And a full wine tasting tour in a vineyard estate is often less than $30. Georgia is still underrated in 2025, but that's good news for you! Because ULL, enjoy authentic experiences without the tourist crowds. 5. Albania! Europe's Riviera without the price tag. Coming in at number 5, we've got Albania. Now, I bet when you think of Europe's beaches, you think Greece, Italy, or maybe Croatia. But here's the secret. Albania has beaches that are just as stunning, and they cost a fraction of the price. The Albanian Riviera is full of turquoise waters, white sand beaches, and charming towns like Kazomel and Saranda. Imagine staying in a Seaview boutique hotel with an infinity pool for $60, $1.80 a night. That's the kind of deal that makes Albania a dream for travelers in 2025. And it's not just beaches. You've got the Ottoman town of Berat, nicknamed the City of 1,000 Windows. Rugged mountains, perfect for hiking in the accursed Alps, and a growing cafe culture in the capital, Tirana. Food? Albania is a mix of Mediterranean flavors. And a full seafood platter with wine in a beach restaurant might set you back just $20. Try doing that in Italy. ULL pay triple. Albania is still flying under the radar, but with stunning landscapes and amazing affordability. It's one of Europe's most underrated gems for 2025. 6. Namibia, desert landscapes. Like nowhere else. All right, let's head to Africa for number 6. Namibia. If you want landscapes that look like another planet, this is the place. Namibia is home to Sossusvlei, where you'll see giant red sand dunes rising out of the desert, some of the tallest in the world. There's also Etosha National Park, where you can go on safari and spot elephants, lions, and giraffes, without the hefty price tag of more famous parks. One of the coolest experiences, visiting Dedvlei, a white clay pan with ancient dead trees surrounded by dunes. It's so surreal. It feels like stepping onto a movie set. And let's talk costs. Namibia isn't dirt cheap, but compared to South Africa or Kenya, it's far more affordable. Guest houses and safari lodges start around $70, $100 a night. Guided tours are reasonably priced, and self-driving safaris make it budget-friendly if you adventurous. Namibia combines epic adventure with that feeling of being totally off the beaten path. If you're looking for an underrated African gem in 2025, this is it. 7. Kyrgyzstan, the Switzerland of Central Asia. Number 7 on our list is a country most people can even find on the map. But let me tell you, this place is like a hidden treasure chest waiting to be opened. Why do I call it the Switzerland of Central Asia? Because it's full of towering snow-capped mountains, crystal clear alpine lakes, and endless hiking trails. The difference! In Switzerland, a simple hotel might set you back $200 a night. In Kyrgyzstan, you can stay in a lakeside guest house or a yurt camp for $20, $50. The crown jewel here is Issyk Lake, one of the largest alpine lakes in the world. You can swim, sail, or just relax while surrounded by mountains. If you're more adventurous, you can go horse trekking with local nomads or stay in traditional yurts for a truly unique cultural experience. Food is hearty and cheap. Think grilled meats, fresh bread, dumplings, and endless cups of tea. And because tourism is still growing, Kyrgyzstan feels authentic and untouched by mass crowds. For 2025. Kyrgyzstan is the kind of destination that makes you feel like an explorer, but without needing an explorer-esque budget. 8. Sri Lanka, the pearl of the Indian Ocean. Coming in at number 8 is Sri Lanka. Now, some of you might say, Sri Lanka is already known. But in 2025, it's still hugely underrated compared to its neighbors like India or Thailand. Sri Lanka is often called the pearl of the Indian Ocean, and for good reason. It packs so much variety into one small island. Golden beaches, lush tea plantations, vibrant cities, ancient temples, and even safaris where you can see elephants and leopards. One day, you're hiking up Sajuria Rock Fortress for panoramic views. The next day, you're on a scenic train ride through green tea fields, and the day after that, you're chilling on a palm-fringed beach in Marissa. The value here is insane. A beachfront villa can cost just $50, $70 a night. Meals are $2, $5 if you eat local. And even luxury experiences like Ayurvedic spa treatments are far cheaper than in Bali or the Maldives. And let's not forget the people. Sri Lankans are known for their warmth and hospitality, making every traveler feel at home. Sri Lanka might not be a secret forever. So 2025 is a perfect time to go before everyone else catches on. 9. Latvia, Europe's Baltic beauty. Number 9 might surprise you. Latvia. Most travelers heading to Europe skip over the Baltic countries. But Latvia, especially its capital Riga, is one of the most underrated destinations in 2025. Riga has a charming old town that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with colorful architecture, cozy and lively markets. But beyond the city, Latvia is full of surprises. Endless pine forests, white sand beaches along the Baltic Sea, and fairy tale castles like And here's the kicker. It's one of the cheapest destinations in Europe. Hotels in Riga start at $40, $60 a night. Meals are often under $10, and public transport is super affordable. What I love about Latvia is that it feels like stepping into Europe before it got overrun by tourists. You get the charm, the history, the beauty, but without the crowds or the crazy prices. If you're planning a European trip in 2025, Latvia is the underrated country that'll make you wonder why you didn't go sooner. 10. Slovenia, Europe's green heart. And finally, number 10. The tiny but mighty Slovenia. Now, I know when people think of Europe, they dream of Paris, Rome, or Barcelona. But let me tell you, Slovenia is Europe's hidden gem that combines the best of all worlds. Picture this: emerald green lakes, snow-capped Alps, rolling vineyards, and charming medieval towns, all packed into a country smaller than the U.S. state of New Jersey. The star of Slovenia is, of course, Lake Bled. You've probably seen photos of that fairy tale church sitting on a tiny island in the middle of a turquoise lake with a castle overlooking it. In person, it's even more magical. And the best part? You don't need a massive budget to enjoy it. Hotels around Lake Bled start at $70, $100 a night. Meals in local restaurants are often $10, $15, and public transportation is reliable and cheap. But Slovenia is not just about Bled. The capital city, Ljubljana, is like a smaller, friendlier version of Vienna, with colorful Baroque architecture, river, and a laid-back vibe. Adventure lovers will also fall in love with Triglav National Park, where you can hike, kayak, or go canyoning for a fraction of the price you'd pay in Switzerland or Austria. And here's something cool. Slovenia has been named one of the greenest countries in Europe with a big focus on sustainability. So, if you care about eco-friendly travel, this is the place for you. Slovenia is underrated because it's still overshadowed by its bigger neighbors like Italy and Croatia. But in 2025, it deserves your attention. It's charming, affordable, and breathtakingly beautiful. And there you have it. 10 underrated countries worth visiting in 2025. From the volcanic landscapes of Ecuador to the turquoise waters of Albania, from the mountains of Kyrgyzstan to the fairy tale beauty of Slovenia. Destinations prove one thing. You do not have to follow the crowds to have unforgettable experiences. In fact, sometimes the most underrated places give you the biggest rewards. Fewer tourists, lower prices, and more authentic moments. So tell me in the comments, which of these countries just jumped onto your 2025 bucket list? Are you dreaming about the beaches of Sri Lanka, The forests of Latvia? Or maybe a road trip through Slovenia? I'd love to know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss more hidden gems, budget travel tips, and global adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and remember, the world is full of underrated treasures, just waiting for you to find them.